What the fuck did I just come downstairs to? Oh my god. Went to refill my water and go to the bathroom, and chat's just like, FBI, open up! Holy shit, I just put on my headphones. I didn't even have them on. I put them on and that started. Woo! Welcome in, Toko. Welcome in, Cerulean Athena. Hello. I hope you're all doing well. Keep it together, voice. You're fine. Yeah, some tea is probably a good idea. The Final Fantasy XIV streams are very voice intensive. Yeah, I'm trying to do all the feminine voices, and let me tell you what, mine are not great. It's like I don't have a very feminine voice or something like that. Weird. I'm trying to make sure that all the dudes have different enough voices, at least when they're talking to one another. I'm surprised you didn't try to do a voice changer. The one for the gender thing, it worked really well if you remember that one time. It does not anymore. Like, no matter what I do with the settings, you just get the
mouse voice. It never makes it actually sound ladylike. It just sounds weirdly robotic-like. No matter how much I try, even if I go like this and I try and pitch my voice up so it doesn't have to work so hard, it still sounds like fabricated and not like the way that it did before. It's really fucking weird.
Anyway, greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Michael Schwan. Today is Sunday. Really, Athena? Wow, congratulations. Damn. I didn't even pull on them because I'm still waiting for Mommy Kafka. But, yeah, good work. Congratulations. Anyway, today is Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. I streamed for about 6 hours or so this morning because we were doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV right now. And that's what we were talking about while the timer was rolling. Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO, though. And with that in mind, we are also focusing almost entirely on the main story quest. We've done hardly no side content whatsoever, class quests, a couple of little hunts, and then everything has just been MSQ. Because the goal is to try to get through the MSQ for A Realm Reborn in this like stream time that we have planned out, which was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we're doing about 8 hours each day. We'll see how far we get in terms of the main story quest in that time. If we don't make it, then we'll figure out what the plan is. I'll see, and I'll check to see how close we are, and maybe we'll just do a couple of Tuesday, Thursday streams, like normal streams for Final Fantasy XIV, and go from there. But we'll wait and see. For the time being, the plan is that I'm streaming now for production day to get the stuff ready for the YouTube channel, and then we'll be streaming Final Fantasy XIV the next 3 days from 9-ish to 5-ish, Monday through Wednesday. And then after that, we will not be streaming on Thursday. I'm going to be taking Thursday off. And then I'll be back on Friday for Power Couple with Athena. And then I'll be here on Sunday, this coming Sunday, next Sunday for production day. And then we'll see what happens the week after that, especially because I will be taking a couple weeks off streaming starting at the beginning of August. On August 1st through, like, what does the calendar look like? On August 1st through the last stream before break will be probably Friday the 28th, maybe the 29th of July. And then I won't be back until probably Sunday, August 13th. And then we'll start a more proper, like, back to streaming schedule at that point. So July's probably going to be a little weird after this. just because we'll be looking. I don't want to start a game that I can't finish before I go on break for like 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. We'll be playing it by ear. But today, right now, it's production day. We only have reactions that we're going to do today. No extra discussion topics, nothing. I have not had any time to plan any of that stuff because we spent 6 days devoting our entire lives to Final Fantasy 16 because, yeah. And then I had scheduled this because of the 4th of July holiday. I had scheduled this Final Fantasy 14 thing, and then it just ended up bookending, like, not bookending, just being two like major streaming events like right next to one another, and I was like, Jesus, that's a whole lot real fast. But the schedule is the schedule, and there wasn't better times to do these things. Obviously, I wanted to play Final Fantasy 16 as quickly and as soon as possible so I can, one, talk about it to people that also have played it, and two, so that I can look at the internet and not look at it in fear. So, the battle is open and ready for those that would like to participate. And everyone, if you are new here for Production Day 1, welcome in. Thank you for checking out the Sunday streams. The way that these work is that we record a bunch of raw content for YouTube. A lot of it ends up being reaction content. We primarily react to content of video game trailers that are coming out in the upcoming week so that we can get an idea of what's coming out, because there's so many games that come out all the time, every single day. And the only way to keep up on it or to be aware of it is to do stuff like this. And so a lot of what we react to is stuff that is coming out in the immediate future. This week is a little bit different. We're reacting to one thing that came out last week and 3 things that are, one thing that's never coming out, I mean that, and 2 things that are coming out maybe, well, one sometime in the future and one maybe in the long future. Herfuxig, welcome in. So the way that these work is I'm going to read an intro off of the top of my head, and then we will watch the trailer together. And then we'll talk about the trailer, and then when it feels like the conversation is starting to wind down, or it's just time to go, whichever one happens first, I will read an outro, then we'll make faces. Rinse and repeat. We do that, and then we just keep doing that until we get through everything. We do this live on stream because it makes for a more interactive and dynamic experience, both for myself as the content creator, as well as people that'll be watching it later on YouTube. And it's just something fun to do together as a community. Let's see. Where's gonna be the best? Maybe that one. That one looks like a pretty good titles card. Oh, I think that one might be better. Let me see what they look like. That one's pretty good. I like the purple. Yeah, I like the purple better. Okay. That hat is top notch. Thank you. All right. And then lastly, everybody, if you would like to put in an emote of any kind, it can be for my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Just a way to say hi to the new YouTube video. Move chat along a little bit. I got that YouTube Swan. That's the BTTV version. There is also this one, which is the one for subscribers. They are exactly the same emote. Just one requires you to give Twitch $5, and the other one requires you to install a Chrome extension. You can also use any other emote. We got the follower emotes. If you have emotes from other people's channels, you got the general global emotes, whatever you want. It's just a way, like I said, say hi to the new YouTube video and move chat along. And now, I'm going to take a drink of water and we'll get started on this first one. All right, here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Master Detectives Archives Rain Code. Now, that big bowl of word soup, this is the creator from Danganronpa, if I remember correctly, and is the latest project because I believe they're done with the Danganronpa series, and this is what's next for them. And it was very easily identifiable by the artwork alone, and I actually missed checking this out last weekend when it released, mostly because we were really, really busy the last week with checking out all the Summer of Gaming stuff, and then we were playing a crap load of Final Fantasy 16. So we're here now to check this out because I did want to see this game. So we're going to roll it back, and we got a handful of trailers because this game had a handful of marketing. And we're going to go back to the initial introduction in December of 2022. Here we go. Which, if you don't know, the Danganronpa...
Step right up, step right up. A whole bunch of super weird mysteries are waiting for us inside. Now, let the super fun deduction show begin.
Okay. The Danganronpa series was a murder mystery visual novel.
What freaky, creepy thing is gonna happen in town today? I'm super pumped.
Wait, a brand new lucid what? What did that say? Lucid noir adventure from the minds behind Danganronpa. Okay. Wow, you just look like one of the characters from the first Danganronpa game.
What was it called? Amnesia?
After waking up in a train station, the poor master of amnesia figures out he's got a job to do as a detective. And
The
heads for
Master
an
of
award.
Amnesia.
But bizarre things keep happening around Master. That really gets me going.
Why did this happen?
I'll be your mentor and train you to be a proper detective. This is the Mystery Labyrinth, where mysteries from the real world materialize.
So, you're saying there are traps in there?
Here comes a mystery phantom. We're gonna have to beat him if we want to get
This
to
is
the
very...
truth.
If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all.
He's dodging words.
After solving all mysteries and unraveling the truth, what else lies ahead? Master Detective Archives. Rain Code.
Interesting.
Coming spring 2023.
So it's definitely different from Danganronpa in a lot of ways. It's like a considerable
You
number.
Solve every mystery, my master detectives.
Also, with what I know about Danganronpa, that character being named Shinigami is comical. All right, so this is the World Detective Organization Part 1. If your boss doesn't roundhouse kick you, are you even being trained properly as a detective? Absolutely not. Never. Of course not. The Danganronpa series didn't have any type of combat in it. It was just a visual novel.
Mysteries are the greatest threat
Stay
to
quiet.
humanity.
They picked a very easy to read font.
Where am I? Who am I?
And
Why
suddenly
can't I
it's very
remember?
loud.
Snap out of it. You're my master, aren't you?
I don't know, am I?
Want to become one in the first place.
I'll be your mentor and train you to be a proper detective.
Go ahead and tell us. I'll allow it. Well, I suppose it's a master detective's duty to shepherd the lost.
Oh, I know. What this town needs isn't truth or justice.
So this game is a Switch exclusive, and unfortunately this is one of the games that it looks like the actual resolution that the Switch is able to put out is hurting.
Perfect setup to persuade us nothing is amiss. As if I would permit time to ever overtake me.
There's definitely some fuzz
All right.
going
I
on.
do not understand, but it sounds like an adventure.
Bowshead got a part-time job.
Already a mystery before us. Let's
That dude just straight up looks like a Final Fantasy character.
bird in here.
I will expose the truth.
Beautiful.
Best wingman ever.
So you're the useless one.
This is getting
You
exciting.
are free to think what you wish.
I'm not useless, you're
I'll
useless.
slash through this mystery.
The voice lines cut there was confusing. These trailers, like, this was supposed to be the World Detective Organization Part 1, and this one is Part 2. I don't feel like these trailers are communicating anything. Like, it's just, like, such fast cuts of, like, random people talking and random scenes. There's so little information that is being communicated in a way that is absorbable. So far, this is very similar to the last one for it being called Part 2.
For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out.
They got some great Wi-Fi signal.
Anything is possible.
Kill or be killed is my motto. A detective's gotta be tough. How about a little training?
No one is safe to speak of their secrets when I, Poochie, am around. Would you mind quieting down for a bit? I need to concentrate.
Observation is the foundation to being a detective.
Wow.
Detective, the act of deduction is like a game.
Vivia, your voice is so deep all of a sudden.
The WDO will not allow mysteries to go unsolved.
Okay.
It's absolutely
Hey, it's Sung
adorable.
Wong Cho.
What's your wish after all?
I don't trust anyone except the dead.
Too bad.
The greater the detective, more often they encounter death.
Shut up.
Also known as Pro ZD, if you know them from Vine or YouTube. That's cool. Congratulations, getting more work. Okay, that still didn't tell me anything. It was basically just a bunch of characters and so little, like, anything tangible that I'm able to grasp. Maybe it's just because I don't know what's going on. We'll see what this one is. This is the character trailer for Amaterasu Corporation. Getting a lot of vibes here, like Persona. To be fair, I don't know Persona that well, but My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, Vasaraga from Grand Blue Fantasy Verse. Where is Pro ZD Vasaraga? Cerulean, is that where that came from? Because otherwise I'm just even more confused now.
We should even consider a public execution. You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order.
Now, you seem evil as hell. You couldn't get that poor man a bigger mask?
My slaves of Kanai Lord, are you loving your happy subservient life? You underhanded, rotten, bottom-feeding terrorist bomber trash. You listening?
Know your place in my city and stay there.
Confess the truth and beg Amaterasu Corporation for mercy. In this city, Director Yomi is both the law and the peacekeepers itself.
Why'd they have to make the villains so cool?
Who's boss. Now you know, small fry. Bow down.
Terrorists have no human rights here.
You and your team will withdraw immediately.
That is justice.
All right, filthy idiots. Are you done playing around?
Oh yeah, big guy. Okay, this is a launch trailer. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He probably just works for the government. The evil government.
I want to eradicate all unsolved mysteries from this world and bring happiness to everyone. So I have to go. This is my dream. And also an important promise I made to someone.
Sounds like when you try to take a dog's bone. Trying trying to growl at you through a full mouth.
Besides, how am I supposed to try to become a detective?
Through investigating cases, obviously.
To investigate Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
We have to obey directives from number 1.
Amaterasu is the de facto master of the city.
You are surrounded!
Many master detectives have already been killed.
The Peacekeeper's influence is gaining ground at Amaterasu Corporation.
Detectives are the only ones who can save this place.
At this rate, everyone's gonna get arrested!
I bet you're the type who's willing to sacrifice yourself for the truth. One day, it will ruin you.
I'll kill every last one of you!
You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? Did we make a mistake?
They requested such shady research.
Something unexpected occurred in our efforts to find...
How many
Dr.
times
Wiley,
did I
is that
warn
you?
To stay away from him. You should have listened.
Whatever the mystery may be, I'll
Kinda looked like
never
Bulma's
turn my
dad.
eyes away. My memories in my past don't matter. But I will fight. Then I will unveil it with the truth.
All right, so there's one thing that massively annoys the shit out of me about all these trailers, and it's not even the lack of, like, detail or anything about, like, what the fuck is going on. Here's the thing that drives me nuts, okay? I know that Danganronpa as a series, this is not Danganronpa, I understand that. Danganronpa as a series largely has no combat. It's a visual novel. You can wander around the school and try to figure out who's killing off all the other kids, okay? Like, who's the murderer that's killing off all the people in the school, okay? Got it. Fine. Awesome. But this is clearly meant to be kind of something similar of, like, there's these unsolved murders. There's this big murder that happens in the city. You're trying to solve it. That's fine. We got the MO locked down. What the hell was this right here? He pulls a sword out of Shinigami's face, and then we see them, like, with a sword and dodging words in this, like, boss arena, and then we never see it again across the rest of all of the trailers. It says Battle Mystery Phantoms in 5 trailers. Never once did we see anything about how this works mechanically at all. Like, everything they showed us was just a bunch of characters, a small snippet of that character, their name, and their voice actor. And that's cool. But if I'm operating on the idea of it that it's a Danganronpa game, what is this section right here? And how does this work? Like, is this a meaningful portion of the game and the gameplay? I do not know. I wish I knew, but I do not know. And that is very, very unfortunate. Anyway, so that is Master Detectives Archives Raincode. It is already out. You can already buy and play this game. It released on June 30th, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. All the Danganronpa games, they finally made their way over to the other platforms. I don't know if this one will. I would hope so at some point that it finds its way onto other platforms. But either way, that's what you're working with. As cool as this game looks, just visually, these trailers did a terrible job of selling it to me. Just terrible job. I feel like this game is operating on trying to sell itself by being from the creator of Danganronpa rather than trying to market itself on its own merits, and that's unfortunate. But anyway, that's Master Detective Archives Raincode. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you already played it, feel like giving me some information, you're more than welcome to just info dump in the comments down below the like button. Trust me, I will absolutely read them and be like, thank you. I appreciate that because these trailers gave me absolutely nothing. But otherwise, if this is your first time seeing it, or if you're taking another look at it here with us on this video, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. I'm very active on both. I understand Twitter's on fire right now, but, you know, maybe when you see this video, it'll be slightly less on fire. You know, I'm just saying. I like to talk, and we can talk, and that's a good place to talk to people when it's not on fire. Just thought. Or you can join us in stream. We've been having this conversation with chat. We stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right. How are we doing on the battle? Let's take a little look-see looks. It's ready in 10 minutes. We can do another one in 10 minutes. One of these literally only has a single video in it. This one will be fairly short. So it'll be very possible to do in that allotted time frame. They put a title card in this? They did. All right. Put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re-swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Amaterasu? 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 Sorry, for fuck's sake. If they don't have someone there to correct them, they just say names wrong. It's no different than like all the freaking surnames that are wrong in Persona 5. I will answer that question in like 6 minutes, Lexan. All right, here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Siren. Now, just as a heads up, this game is nowhere close, and there is one video for it. But the people that are behind the video, which are called like Lore Walker Games, I think is their name, they're like, please, anyone that can share information on this game, we would appreciate it because we need funding. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I have heard what your game is described as, and I'm interested, so I'm going to check out the trailer, and this is the best that I can do, okay? Because this game is called Siren, and you are a mermaid, okay? Which is cool, because we don't got very many mermaid games that aren't like the Atlantis, the Little Mermaid sections of Kingdom Hearts, or Little Mermaid games. So, and I saw someone describe it as a Souls-like, which is really, really interesting to me because you're underwater, right? I don't know. We'll find out. That's what we're here for anyway, right? So anyway, though this is Siren. If I can figure out where my mouse is. Here we go. Lore Seeker Games. I said Lore Walker. I apologize.
Swim with me, traveler, and we shall speak of the path ahead. Those who arrive on this current are often in search of places further beyond. But here, may sunlit waters warm your soul and grant courage for the journey ahead. I know your path, traveler. Few alive have swam it. What mysteries will you find in the forgotten depths below?
Fuck that.
Will our sacred history be proven false? And could a new legend rise to take its place?
I need to send this game to one of my friends who has like terrible thalassophobia and be like, buddy, here you go.
Go now, traveler, and may Mercane's melody grant you strength.
Because like I don't normally have thalassophobia, but there was a couple of moments there where I'm like, man, that looks awful. Project is unfunded and needs your help to survive. Please consider supporting us on Patreon. So that is Siren. And that is all they have at this point in time. I imagine that it is very early in development in just an overall sake. How is their Patreon doing? Do they have any public information at this point in time. No, they do not. They have 3 tiers, $5, $10, and $20 a month. Let's see. General support, named as a supporter, behind the scenes content, and you can get the game for $30. So if you support them for enough billing cycles that you have supported them at a $30 amount, you will get a copy of the code once it is sent. Once it's finalized, a copy of the code, a copy of the game, a code for the game. So that's not too bad. So $30, that's a pretty decent entry point, I think, for what is a pretty ambitious project. Hopefully they got some backers. They don't have their backer numbers. Like, sometimes you can see the actual number of, like, the number of dollars that somebody is getting. Sometimes you can see the number of backers, the number of patrons, but not the dollar amount. They don't have either of them public. And that's understandable, just because of a whole host of reasons, because people make some wild expectations about what should be possible on a particular amounts of money, and that's just not exactly how this works. I dig an underwater game that isn't 90% darkness. Big facts, Lexon. Can you party up? I don't know. There was the scenes where we saw multiple... I don't know if they were called mermaids or sirens or what in this game. The game's called Siren, but they might just be called merfolk, you know. The ocean is scary as hell. It makes sense for a Soulsian. Yeah, in a horrible, awful way. And I think that's what they were alluding to with this one little section right here. Because we see them swimming with a couple other mermaids, right? Although this is an interesting mermaid design because they have like fins on their back and some fins on the upper parts of their tail. And I think that this little bit right here where they're like, was it right here? Yeah. I think this is meant to be one of the bosses that you fight, is this giant fucking octopus. And that sucks. That's awful. I hate that for us. I mean, it sounds really cool. The thing is about all of this, I'll be really curious what their vision is for execution, because the general style of Soulsian function in a 3D space is a interesting prospect of how to approach it, right? Because a lot of Soulsian games operate on a 2D plane. Like, it is a 3D game, but you are fighting on a 2D plane, and you just go in these directions on a flat floor. And whereas with this, you would, I would imagine, have full 3D ability to move around, which would drastically change how the game functions in a lot of ways. Now, one of the things that they might take consideration of, they're really early in development, and Armored Core 6 comes out in August, and Armored Core 6, while not a direct Soulsian, is made by From Software, the people behind all the Dark Souls games and Elden Ring, and there is very clearly an influence of their former Soulsian experience influencing their now programming and approach for gameplay of Armored Core. Still looks very Armored Core, but you can see the Souls influence in it. And there's going to be a lot of 3D movement in Armored Core 6, so it might be a way for them to get an idea of how to approach this. But maybe they already know what they're doing, and they just need money so that they don't have to go to, like, a day job. Because I can't imagine working, like, 40-plus hours a week and then going home and trying to do game development, which is really, like, focus, brain-intensive work. Ugh. Anyway, so that's Siren. No idea how close it is. It's probably years out, and they definitely need financial support, but they got a really cool idea. The art direction's pretty sweet, and I'm excited to see if this can ever get to a point where maybe it even hits early access or something like that. This, like I said, this game is nowhere close, but I was very intrigued by the concept and the prospect of it. It looks pretty cool, and I hope that they are able to get some foundation and some feet underneath of them to begin to move forward and put those walls up. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like the idea of a fully 3D Soulsian game? If not, I totally understand. Do you like the idea of a mermaid game? Do you like the idea of a dark mermaid game, right? Because, like, some people would definitely think of, like, oh yeah, I want a Little Mermaid style game. I want to explore the ocean. I want it to be colorful, and I want it to be fun, and maybe there'd be like some cool 3D puzzles or something like that, right? And then you got like what this is, which is like, nah, this is the dark side of the Fae fantasy idea of, like, these sirens probably entice men to their deaths and then eat them. You know, just as a thought. Mermaid version of Echo the Dolphin I take too? Yeah, sure. There's lots of options. It's not a space that's explored very much. Kind of reminds me of the game we checked out recently called Grey Hill Incident, which is about, like, alien abductions, but like little green men. They're gray in this one, but little green men in their big flying space saucer that like sucks cows out of fields. Like, you don't see many games on that idea. And I was like, oh yeah, why don't we have more games like that? Why don't we have more games like this? I don't know. But we're trying to get one. So here's Siren. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. And two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Just hit me up in either one. Let's have a conversation. Much like the conversation we've been having in chat, because this video was recorded live on stream, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right. So to answer your question, Lexon, how am I enjoying Final Fantasy XIV? I'm enjoying it a lot. Although if my voice sounds tired, or if you hear it crack, one, no, you didn't. No, I'm joking. It's because my voice is very tired. I have been reading everything and semi-acting everything for Final Fantasy XIV, and there's a whole lot of it. Like, there is a lot. Oh my god. Like, we have not done very much fighting because we're just mainlining the main story quests. No side quests. We've done a couple of the little extra hunts that your class gets, and we've done our class quests. But the class quests are also a shitload of talking and a shitload of story stuff. And it's all great stories so far. I will say it's a little slow at this point, but we are still enjoying it a lot. The world is cool and the characters are cool. But my voice is tired. So hopefully you get some rest tonight, buddy, because we got more to go tomorrow. Water good. Water real good. Gold going to Athena. It's time for the boys. Oh, I needed to go change shirts. Let me do that real quick. I think you're on the same server cluster I'm on. My understanding is that the server cluster doesn't matter anymore. That you can just play with anyone no matter what cluster they're on, as long as you're in the same region. So as long as you're on the North American servers, that's all that matters. That's my understanding of it now, anyway. Yeah, like I'm on Hyperion, so I can visit you. Yeah, there's a few people that are on Hyperion, and I'm on Famfrit, which is part of the Crystal server cluster. Hyperion is 2, and there's another one that's on that cluster that I know several people on. All right, settle in for this next one. There we go. Okay. Everyone, drop in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re-swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Just a way to say hi to the new YouTube video. Hello, El Canadiano. It's good to see you. All right, here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Final Fantasy IX Memoria Project. Now, this video is going to make a lot of people very sad if you have not already seen it. We'll restart this video. We'll restart it. Welcome in, Raiders. Greetings. Hi, Alleging Tuna. Fancy seeing you here. Fancy seeing you. Hello. Garrett Gerling, thank you so much for the follow. How was all of Diablo 4? Of course, I saw that you moved on from Diablo 4 and then started moving into Pokemon Go. And then it looked like you were trying out the Monster Hunter. What is the Monster Hunter one called? Monster Hunter Now? Is that what they're calling it? Something like that. How is that one? Is it any good? Returning the raid back to you. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Chemistry Sensei. Hello, Velvet Fox. Velvet Vox, not Fox. Velvet Vox. Professor Nighthawk, welcome in. It was Jurassic World Alive, not Monster Hunter. Oh, okay. Is it still the same idea? Is it also made by whatever the name of that company is? that makes freaking Pokemon Niantic. Yeah, thank you, Hervuxing. I read that Niantic is laying off a whole bunch of people. I mean, everyone's laying off a whole bunch of everyone right now, I feel like. Welcome in, though, Raiders. My name is Schwan. I'm a hyper variety streamer. I currently stream 4 days a week on my normal schedule, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I like to talk, and I love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. So come in, check the vibe, see if you like it. If you do, maybe drop a follow, and you can catch me in a future stream. If not, I totally understand. Not everyone's vibe is for everybody. But thank you so much for supporting Alleging Tuna. They're an incredible individual, and I'm sure you had a good time over there. And thank you for supporting them and coming along with the raid. It means a lot to the streamers if you go along with the raid with them, even if you immediately leave. And most streamers, we hope anyway, understand if you raid and run for any reason. Professor Nighthawk, thank you for the follow. And to Alleging Tuna and anyone that came along in the raid, if you need to go for any reason, if you don't like me, I understand. If you need to go to bed, you got it. You need to go get food, you got someone else you want to watch, anything at all. If you need to decompress from stream, if you just need to get away from the screen, if you want to go on some walkies, whatever it is, I totally understand it. I fully encourage you to do so. But thank you for, one, raiding over here, Tuna, and for everyone that came along with you. But if you need to raid or run, please go ahead and do so. I have been also just cramming in the streams right now. Final Fantasy 16 released on the 22nd, so last Thursday, and we did 6 straight days with over 45 hours of streaming, with 16 hours streamed on Tuesday to play all the way through Final Fantasy 16. Our full playthrough of that is going to be available. It's already available on the Twitch Vods, but it's also going to be available on the YouTube channel, on the Vods channel. Here in like a few days is when they start going live. And then we are playing through Final Fantasy 14 right now. I've never played Final Fantasy 14, not really in proper earnest, and I keep on hearing people talk about the incredible story that exists within Final Fantasy 14 and its expansions, and I would like to see that and experience that. So yesterday and today we put in about 14 or so hours of Final Fantasy 14, and we're going to be continuing that tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 8 hours a day, each of those days between 9 to 5 Alaska time. For comparison, it is 8:41 p.m. right now in Alaska, so in about 12 and a half hours is when we'll be live tomorrow morning for more Final Fantasy 14. But you have caught us right now in the middle of production day, because we do have a YouTube channel, and we have a new YouTube video going up every single day on that channel and have maintained that for almost a year. It'll be a full year in 4 days. On July 6th is when we'll hit 1 full year of never missing a day, a video every single day on that channel. And it's everything from video game reviews, video game trailer reactions, discussions about the video game industry, the discussions about just other topics, discussions about streaming, about content burnout, discussions about all that kind of different stuff. So go check out that YouTube channel if that's something that sounds like you might be interested in. But yeah, that's the full pitch, everybody. Thank you so much, Alleging Tuna. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm glad that you had a good time with Diablo, had a good time with Pokemon Go, had a good time with Jurassic World. Yeah, it looked like you were having a good time. I stepped away to like decompress myself, and then I had to go do other things because life calls. And then I'm back here to do stuff for the YouTube channel because the grind never stops. Boy, howdy does it not. Yeah, so to anyone that wants to do a reaction video with us, I'll explain how this is going to work. So on Sundays, one of the things we do is we call it production day. And that's because we do a bunch of production work. And one of the things we do is we come over to this screen and we watch some video game trailers. That's one of the things that we fill the YouTube days with. Most of the trailers we watch is for upcoming video games, normally in the upcoming week or two. And this is not one of those, unfortunately. But the way that these work is I'm going to read an intro. We'll check out the trailer. We'll talk about the trailer. I'll read an outro, and then we'll make faces. Face gets used in the thumbnail, rinse and repeat. We do these live on stream. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Frederick Froggy. We do these live on stream because it makes for a more interactive and a dynamic experience, both for myself as the content creator, as well as people that'll be watching it later on YouTube. And it's something fun to do together as a community because we get to check these things out and we discuss them together on stream. It's not just me filling the air all by myself. We share our opinions and we bounce back and forth between them because that makes for a more interesting discussion, which I believe leads to a better viewing experience. But we're going to go and get started. I'll show you one of these. This one's going to be a longer one because this video is 25 minutes long. But just as a heads up, they're not all that long, but I talk a lot. If you can't tell, I talk a lot. And so that ends up meaning that even when there's only like 2-3 minute trailers or whatever, we still end up managing to fill 8 to 14 minutes because that's just the way this goes. All right. Here we go. And everyone, we do have this is through BTTV if you are not a subscriber, because don't feel like you need to be a subscriber to use this YouTube emote. But you can't unlock animated emotes with channel points, which sucks, because all of the other emotes, the non-animated emotes, if you have the option unlocked as a creator, they can unlock sub emotes with just like cheap-ass channel points. You can't do that with animated ones, which is bullshit. So I put this one into BTTV as well as all of my other emotes. It's just a way to say hi to the new YouTube video. You can use my emotes, you can use your emotes, or anyone else's. It's literally just a way to spam the chat. Yeah. Spam the chat, moves chat along, says hi to the new YouTube video. My emote, your emote, or anyone else's. It can be anything from Tuna's channel. Don't worry about like what it is. It's just like boom. But we do have that exact one. All right, here we go. Here's the video proper for you as an example. All right. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Memoria Project, Final Fantasy IX Tribute. Now, this is depressing because this is a full gameplay demo. This is technically playable only by the people that own these files, but it is an Unreal Engine 5 remake of Final Fantasy IX. Now, this is made by video game developers and is this whole project. It will never be released in a state that you can play it, because otherwise they would be sued to hell and back by the overwhelming entity force that is Square Enix. But they wanted to show what Final Fantasy IX would look like if it was made in the same art style, but with today's capabilities of a video game. So this is the first 25 minutes, relatively speaking, of Final Fantasy IX, but remade completely and playably, but not by you, in Unreal Engine 5. This is not meant to be viewed as a playable product. You've seen this and have been awed and made big sad at the same time. I have seen a couple of screenshots and went, oh, that looks awesome. Shame that isn't real. Are you somebody that falls asleep in chairs? I know a couple people who are just great at just being like, I am not. I mentioned the big entity Square Enix just hiring the whole team to remake the complete game like that. You know, it's funny you say that because we do know that Final Fantasy IX Remake is happening in some capacity, but we don't know if it'll look like this or look like Final Fantasy VII Remake, or if it's going to be like freaking like HD 2D or what. But we know that it's happening, even if they haven't officially announced it, because it has been leaked and leaked and leaked as like, yes, that's a project that exists. This is meant to just look like Final Fantasy IX, but made new. Vivi! Wow, that individual was frightening looking. Fun. Oh, that was a neat effect. That was a super neat effect. It is happening. The leaks ran past me. Officially, it has not been officially announced, but it was part of the NVIDIA GeForce leak, and everything in that leak has come true. And there have been multiple people with insider contacts that have been told, yes, the project is still ongoing. It has not been announced yet.
Oh my. These children are causing quite a ruckus.
Look how cute. Nice icon.
Plays as riveting as the last one. After all, watching paint dry can be such a tough act to follow.
I didn't know watching paint dry can be so entertaining. Maybe I should do that next.
Oh, sweet little Vivi. I'd love for all the nobles in the game to speak every British.
Wow. I wonder what the story behind this statue is.
I wish the audio mixing was a little bit different because the music is a little overpowering of Vivi's voice. Bo, 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 chugga, bo. Oh my god! That's the best way to pet a chocobo. Ah! There's a baby chocobo! Oh, it's a plushie. Thank God. I was like, oh my god, I will die if that thing starts walking. You're not gonna talk to the cute little, like, safari Moogle?
Chocobos. They remind me of my younger days, racing through the open fields with the wind in my hair.
And here's me thinking, lol, he just stole that baby. I would be like, well, I have a chocobo now.
I need a bath.
Oh, yeah, you do. You fucking smell. Finders keepers, that's what I'm saying. Clearly you weren't protecting this child well enough. It's my child now.
Why, you? Watch where you're going.
Sorry.
Can't you see I'm in a hurry?
You would have got there faster if you didn't stop to berate the poor guy.
He must be on his way to see the show, too.
Pointy hat boy.
The city is utterly delightful.
Vivi, you're just stealing stuff. Like, oh, hey, sick, there's a potion. Like, cool, a plushie. Hey, some money. Like, stick it in my robe. Moogle. And a fat chocobo.
That big chocobo in the middle sure looks happy.
Honorable nobles of Treno, Castle Alexandria is this way.
At least he doesn't run about swinging a sword at any pot he can see. Fair.
Nobles are so spiffy.
Can't argue with that one. Vivi was the thief in the game the whole time. Yeah, move over, Zidane. You thought you were the thief. Nah. Vivi got this on lock. Are you okay?
That race was intense. I need to work on my stamina.
I wonder why I never run out of breath.
Uh-oh. Vivi, don't ask those self-aware questions. Oh, yoink. Thanks for the antidote.
Wow. How'd you get a ticket for the show?
You better head straight to the ticket booth in the square. You have to
Why
get
is
your
hat
ticket
so
stamp
big?
before you can enter the castle.
Someone's like, what's that clinking sound? They lift up his hat, just falls to the ground around him.
Where guilt and love entwine. A cryptic riddle I share of two souls in fate's design.
You know, normally you'd be right, Herfuxig, but in this case, he doesn't stand out at all. Because everyone is dressed, you know, a bit extra.
Who am I?
You gonna open that chest? Yee.
The blossoms in Alexandria are quite splendid, don't you think?
This is such a busy
true. I've never
world.
seen this many
Like, I know
flowers
that
in
they're trying to
Grandma's
very
cave.
faithfully recreate the stuff from Final Fantasy IX, but there's so many assets here. Like, no wonder this took so long. This is so detailed.
Can I help you, son? What's
Yeah, exactly. How long did this take? I have no idea, Athena. Years. I know that. I remember seeing, like, screenshots of it years ago. But I don't know how long they had been working up to that point. They shared so little of this project. Like, so little, because they didn't want to get shut down.
Try to cheer up now? Hmm?
Because they're like, if we just don't advertise anything about it, we can try and avoid getting a cease and desist. No one wants a cease and desist letter from Square Enix? From I wonder what, I imagine, I don't, what's worse, Square Enix, Nintendo, or Kadokawa? Because Nintendo and Kadokawa are pretty ferocious companies. You just yanked that Cactuar plushie. I understand.
Where is that little rascal run off to now?
Ooh, your expensive ticket is fake. Here, have some cards for a game you'll neither understand nor play. Yeah, let's not pretend like Tetramaster was good. Nintendo will just, yeah, Nintendo send someone to break your kneecaps. No, that's Wizards of the Coast. They're the ones that hire the Pinkertons. None of those three, thank you. That's fair, Tuna. I wouldn't want either of those three anywhere near any of my stuff. Unless they're like, you know, being like, here, please review our game. Here's a review copy. Then we can be friends. But cease and desist letters, no thank you.
Mother will never find me here.
Should I tell her?
Ah, my lady, this exquisite trinket is a rare find, crafted by master artisans.
Do we get to see Vivi do jump rope?
Just 5,000 gil.
I think Tetramaster was at least a bit logical. Never got my hand around Triple Triad, and I was very happy to see that those two were the only two attempts at including a card game that you know of.
You wanna play with us?
I mean, maybe in a game. Yeah, get in there. 1,000, let's go. That's why this video is so long, because we got to watch him do 1,000 jump ropes. Oh.
Better luck next time.
So I'm assuming they got permission for the game? This? No. No, they did not. That's why at the very beginning they're like, this is not a playable product. This is just meant to be a work of passion and an example, and this is not meant to infringe on any of the rights of Square Enix. Please do not take this video down. Please do not sue us. Like,
echelons of society, including the venerated regent,
the upper echelons of society.
revered Princess Garnet, and
Oh, he's just yanking your chain, kid. Inn's emptier than a beggar's banquet. Second floor, first room on the right. It's yours.
almost at him.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Triple Triad or Tetramaster. If I had to choose between the two, I'd pick Triple Triad every time. I did not like Tetramaster at all. But I'm not a fan of Triple Triad either. I guess in a way you could say they did it again in Final Fantasy XIV, but the card game in Final Fantasy XIV is just the card game from Final Fantasy VIII. It's just Triple Triad. Tetramaster didn't like you either. Yeah, you're right.
Feels like they're from another world.
You saying they look like aliens? It's rude.
I can't believe the ticket was fake. What am I going to do now?
Sneak in, clearly. Were those the Bug Sisters? I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Are we to believe that I want to be your canary can captivate us as much as the original story?
Well, if it doesn't, we'll at least have a splendid evening mocking its shortcomings, won't we?
Fucking evil rich people. Man, just walked up to that person's porch, took their freaking eye drops and their money. There's a chest up there, Vivi. You want to go get it? Yeah. A piano sheet. Terra's theme. Where are we going? That's why I keep saying people in our neighborhood that keep leaving stuff out and some protagonist is going to come and pocket it and be like, oh, well, clearly this is meant to help me on my journey. Fun. Where'd you get that little Vivi emote? It's Luna's. It's precious. Terra's theme still gives you goosebumps because Terra's theme is one of the best themes in all of Final Fantasy. She made it. She did a great job. It's getting dark. Did they also implement a day-night cycle in here? Walk down the right hallway.
That should do for now. It's been a long day. Can't believe I'm stuck working late while my wife's getting all fancy for the play. Nobody appreciates old Dante.
Hey, you! Shrimp! You're the one with the phony ticket, ain't you? I saw the guy tell you it was fake.
Yeah, it's fake.
I'll let you see the show if you become my lackey. Well, what do you say?
Well, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Great! Now for your first assignment. You go stand over there and see if anyone's coming. All clear?
Clear.
All right, engage according to mission parameters.
Good job. Picked up that whole frickin' ladder. It's like 9 times its size and weighs 4 times as much. Yoink! Thanks for the elixir. Man, I would have missed that treasure chest. Just saying right now. Absolutely would have missed it. I realize they know where everything is because they made it and they're just showing off, like, their work, but that treasure chest is one of those that I would have revisited this area 40 hours later in the game for whatever reason, or because I was like looking for something and would have seen it and been like, was that always there?
Immortal and cursed, in slumber I lie, transforming, avenging, as shadows pass by. Who am I?
I'm confused as to why Vivi's name is not question, question, question. I don't know. Maybe they thought that making their name Pointy Hat Boy was better than just question marks. Check out our water physics. It looks great. Oh! Yeah, get that little Marlboro plushie. So, a Final Fantasy question that I don't actually know the answer for. In Final Fantasy 16, there are Morbals, and I don't know if there is any difference between a Morbal and a Marlboro. That size Marlboro is considered a Marlboro Light. Oh my god. No, it is not. Hey, there's Cloud Sword. Little reference to Final Fantasy VII over there with the Buster Sword and the flowers. Athena, don't laugh at that. Hey, look, it's another little Moogle plush. One-winged Moogle plushie. Oh my god. I ugly laughed at that.
I see you've been collecting some plushies, Kubo. I have a special one.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh, that's really cute. Why as gamers are we so happy to accept the idea that if someone puts something behind their back, it just goes into a magical pocket dimension?
The castle wall. Come on.
And we're just okay with that.
Let me guess. You're afraid of heights, aren't you? Hey, just think
It's called
about how
Hammer
awesome
Space.
the play will be once we make it across. You made it this far, kid.
Right.
Those privileged Treno nobles. It ain't fair how they get all those tickets. And they should go to others like us. Oh yeah. I don't even know your name. My name's Puck.
My name's Vivi.
Vivi, huh? got a funny name. Pleased to meet you.
So the only thing that I'm a little sad about with this is that I wish that there was, even if it was in like this final thing, and I just kind of scrubbed through here to see if it's in there, and it's not. And I understand why it's not, but I do wish that in some part there was just a small example of what their combat would have looked like. Even if it was just Vivi fighting like a bat and just casting, you know, fire, I would have been fine with that. I just really wish that that would have been shown. That's the only thing that I would have changed about this, was just a small example of what their design of combat would have been. Does anyone else know their Final Fantasy name their Final Fantasy characters after people they knew and disliked? Or was I a creep? I don't think it makes you a creep, but no, I did not do that. It was very pretty and full with great lighting. Like, I mean, it's using a bunch of the techniques that are available because of Unreal Engine 5, and it looks really, really good. They did a fantastic job. Like, it's super cool. It's such a lively world because they added so many assets into it and so many people with so many animations. I'm really curious what this would like look like if it tried to run on like a PlayStation 4. Oh my god, the chocobo. Yeah, good work, everybody. That was super cool. That's cool. They have the credits for the original Final Fantasy IX team, at least the top of the credits list. Karna must suffer severe back pain sitting in that chair throughout the day. I mean, it's just a wooden chair. Great work. That was fantastic. That was cool. That was super cool. I've never actually finished Final Fantasy IX. It's the only Final Fantasy game that isn't a MMO that I haven't actually finished from like all the way to the credits. I need to do that at some point in time. But anyway, so yeah, that was super, super cool. The Memoria project for Final Fantasy IX. I'll be curious. Here's the thing: is that with this out, and with the idea that we know that there is a Final Fantasy IX remake that exists in some capacity, in some form, somewhere in Square Enix's dev teams, that is being worked on, and we'll see it someday, I am very curious how that will look compared to this. Because no matter how hard people try, now that this is out and available and a thing that you can watch, people will compare the actual remake to this. And there will be expectations set on that remake based on this, which is an interesting thing because, like, that's a weird space to have. It took, what, 10 years to remake Final Fantasy VII? No, it wasn't that long. It was a lot shorter. I think it was, like, in terms of, like, actual dev time or from announcement to delivery. Because it was announced in 2015. 2015 and it released in 2020. So in terms of announcement to release, it was 5 years, but they also had some development issues with Final Fantasy VII Remake, so the actual dev time on the game was less. Same with same with most Square Enix projects. Honestly, their project management is something to be debated on. I guess it also depends on how much they remake it. If they keep the pseudo cartoon look, or if they go with more realism. I feel like you'd have to go with a little bit of a cartoon look, just because like, unless you change Vivi's proportions considerably, right? Like, I guess they could just make him look like, I mean, he's actually supposed to be kind of a kid. So, I don't know. There's a lot of ways that you could do it. There's a whole lot of ways that you could do it. Anyway, but that's Memoria Project. Very cool. I'm glad that you were able to get out to the release without being shut down. Congratulations on that, and it looks fantastic. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Memoria Project, on the prospects of a Final Fantasy IX remake, on the idea of Final Fantasy IX in general. Put all those thoughts down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. Best places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Hit me up. Let's have a conversation, much like the conversation we've been having during this entire video with chat, because this video was recorded live on stream, which I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you go to one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right, let's run that Stream Raiders battle and then get ready for the next one. Let's kill this Orc King. Feel like 9 absolutely has to be a cartoon. I don't know. Could be. It would also be interesting to see them tackle trying to make a Final Fantasy IX that wasn't cartoony. They could go a route that kind of looks like Tales of Arise, too. Where it's got kind of this like cell-shaded look to it, but it's kind of almost like as realistic looking as we can make anime look without hitting like Uncanny Valley. Speaking of Final Fantasy, had a whole bunch of Final Fantasy songs back to back to back to back to back. I'd like to see them try realism. Admitted, I prefer it with high fantasy games. That's just me being selfish. I think you could do it in a whole lot of ways, and all of the ways would be very cool, right? Let's go with this one next. Let's go with Guilt next. All right, everybody, if you want to drop in those YouTube swans, those Pog swans, those Re-swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Perfect, I kind of love it. All right. Here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Guilt. Now, if you're like, Guilt, I feel like this game already came out. It did a couple years ago as an exclusive for the Google Stadia. So there was about 14 people that had the ability to play this game when it released. Okay, there was more Stadias out there than that, but not a whole lot. Not enough that we were talking about it on any serious level outside of memeing about it at every possible point. Exactly, Athena. Exactly. The Google Stadia, the Amazon Luna, these are jokes of products, but people like to think like they're serious for a little while. And Guilt is one of the few games that wasn't exclusive for Stadia, and one of the fewer that managed to break away from being a Google Stadia exclusive and make its way onto other platforms. And that's what we're here to talk about now, because it's going to be available on other platforms on July 4th. I think that's right. I think it's the 4th. All right. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at the initial announcement and launch trailers from when it came to Stadia, and then the multi-platform announcement. So let's begin. Is this highest quality possible? Yes. I was ready for something to jump out there. Oh, run, baby. Oh, maybe not. Hide. This is like if Little Nightmares wanted to give you like even new forms of trauma. Instead of having the disconnect of being like a microscopic pygmy, you're just a little girl. Big Coraline vibes. Not mannequins? Oh, yes, mannequins. Okay, so that was the cinematic launch trailer. No, that was the announcement trailer. This is the launch trailer.
Emily just vanished one day. Most people lost hope. They just stopped looking. But I'm not giving up. I need to find her.
Emily? Emily!
Emily?
Come here.
Nope. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. No. I'm proud of you with your flashlight, but I'm scared for you. She just headbutted that thing. This is one brave little girl. She headbutted it and there was something else inside it. That's even worse. Oh, God. Oh, no, hard pass. There was a shadowy no-no inside it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that whole house is a nope house. That leads to Nope World. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're coming to Stadia. Whoa! Stadia's dead. Anyway, so here's the multi-platform announcement trailer.
Emily just vanished one day. Most people lost hope after a few weeks. They just stopped looking. But I'm not giving up. I need to find her. I have to.
I'm sure that's fine.
Come here.
No. You got every reason to be afraid. You don't know why Emily's afraid or not yet. Oh.
Emily? You're
Oh.
just another monster.
That's a whole lot of monsters. What are you talking about? July 6th. That's the day. Yeah. So that's Guilt. Nice and creepy, scary no-no, where you are a mostly defenseless little girl. It is tagged as an action-adventure horror narration puzzle game. Great. Love it for anyone who wants to play it. Not me. I don't. I'm sure that's a great time. It actually looks really, really good, and I'm really glad that it's not locked away in the depths of abandonware on the unplayable now Google Stadia. But yeah. Femi is alive. I'm impressed with her tenacity. Yeah, or maybe Emily's a ghost. Maybe Emily's a shadowy no. I don't know. Not all games have happy endings. So yeah, so that's Guilt. It looks like a super happy fun time. If you want to go on an adventure to shadowy no land, then that's your ticket. July 6th, Guilt. Have a great time. I will not be joining you. Congratulations to those that are excited to play it, and you're on your own. Anyway, so that's Guilt. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you had a Google Stadia, what was the experience like? If you played this on Google Stadia, how was the experience like? And will you be picking this up? Whether you have a Stadia or not, does this look like something that you're interested in? Let me know all of that and more down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. I'm very active on both. I would love to talk with you. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to do, if you get it started. Anyway, we also recorded this video live on stream. If you can't tell, we've been having this conversation with chat. You're more than welcome to join us. I'd love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Add scary game channel point redeem for Schwan. Pet the mods. No. I do not approve of this. I did not consent to that. Nuh-uh with a capital nuh-uh. No. All right. We got 3 more to go. We still have time before the next battle, so I will pull this one up. I need a new hat. We got a new hat. Very nice. All right, everyone. Put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Reswans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy. Whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Make sure that there's not another title screen in there. There is. That one's better. All right, here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Synduality. I'm going to go with that one. Anyway, so this is, and I'm going to call it an upcoming project, okay? Because it's not just a video game. I thought there was more game footage out there, and then I picked this for this week's reaction videos, and I started trying to find the footage for it, and there's only one trailer. I swear there was more. But this game is being made by Bandai Namco. Okay, and Bandai Namco also does a lot of work with anime. So the game is called Synduality Echo of Ada, and it already has a Steam page up. There is also an anime called Synduality Noir, and it is also being made by Bandai Namco, does not have a release period, But given that they are both games that focus on AI and mecha, I believe they're connected projects. I couldn't find a full confirmation of that, but given they're from the same company with the same name, and one's an anime, one's a game, I think they're intended to release relatively close to one another to like advertise one another. Yeah, so we'll check out the game first, and then we'll check out the anime trailers, and actually hopefully confirm that they are connected, because otherwise this video is going to be very disjointed. But anyway, so let's go back here and let's check out the reveal trailer for the video game. That looked very pre-rendered. Also very pre-rendered. That looks like video game. It's rare to find one so large. Destroys it. I think they were meant to be like mining it, but that was a very wasteful mining. General gameplay looks like a pretty standard third-person shooter, but that's perfectly fine. Oh! Alright, so we are the guy in the mech. And the AI that was described that I mentioned in the intro is the anime girl that also, where was that shot of her like floating right outside the mech? Oh, I think it was right here. There was a shot I was like, why is she just floating outside the mech? Yeah, she's floating outside it. She just kind of floats around your shoulder, which is interesting to say the least. All right, so that's the game. Let's take a look at what should be the accompanying anime, if my understanding is correctly. So these trailers are all over the place. This is from Disney Plus Singapore. The reason I chose this one is because this one has English subtitles. I did not find other trailers with English subtitles, so we'll watch this one. Here we go. Yeah, I think this is pretty well in the same setting. A lot more characters in this than we saw in the game, right? We only saw like maybe two, the AI and the guy. We are rolling that fucking content ID dice right now. You got an anime on? You got what sounds like copyrighted music? It's a good song though. Was that a dance? Or were they putting their jacket on? Streaming July 10th. Okay, so this is actually very, very soon then. The game does not have a release date. It does not have a release date. It says coming soon, and I believe on their website it says 2023, but we still only have this reveal trailer and nothing else. Okay, that trailer that we just watched was 1 minute and 30 seconds. There was another one that released 3 weeks ago. I did not find one with English subtitles on this one. We will see if there's anything different in it.
ノワールにふさわしいドリフターになってみせる。
いかなる時においてもエンダーズの脅威から人々を守る、それがドリフターの流儀なの。彼方が私の歌を好きって言ってくれたから。照準を私に、回避行動は彼方に任せます。
了解。シンギュアリティノワール7月10日放送開始。
I think that was more like a TV commercial is what that one was meant to be. So yeah, the video game itself is a third-person action shooter. There's not a whole lot to share in terms of detail on this game beyond what was already in those trailers. In fact, most of these screenshots just look like they were pulled from the one trailer that exists. I'm guessing it's streaming on Disney Plus, at least in Singapore. I don't know if it's streaming in America on Disney Plus, maybe. Don't know, but what I do know is that the anime is streaming on July 10th. That's what it said on the preview. Okay, cool. Thank you, Athena. Again, though, I don't know if... I imagine Disney probably has regional differences the same way that like Netflix and stuff do, about like there's a show available in one country and it's not available in another. But check Disney Plus in like 4 days or whatever a day it is when this video actually went live. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. Like the concept, looks neat. Would love some more information on the video game. I feel like it should have been sooner, especially if that first trailer, this reveal trailer, is like 9 months old. September of 2022 is when this trailer came out. There's not been another trailer since. And on top of that, if the show is releasing on July 10th, if you want to try and capitalize on sales from the show, you would want the game out relatively soon, I would think, but don't know. Anyway, that's Synduality. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Put your thoughts down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. And two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Hit me up on either one. Let's have a conversation, much like the conversation we've been having with chat, because this video is recorded live on stream, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right. How are we doing on that battle time? 11 minutes. Is that enough time to squeeze in another one? One minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. I think it is enough time. I think it would be more convenient to squeeze this one in now, and then if we need to run the next one early, we'll run the next one early. Because the next one's a little bit of a chonker, so it'll take a larger amount of time. All right, everyone, put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re-swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Then we'll get ready to go. I need to check one thing on here. Okay. Here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Echo Blade. Now, Echo Blade did release last year on Steam, but it is making its way now to all of the other platforms. Well, at least I think Xbox and PlayStation. I don't know for certain that it's making its way onto Switch, but regardless, that's what we're here to check out. Now, this game is meant to be a kind of a puzzle combat dungeon explorer, if I'm remembering the tags from the Steam page correctly. And the concept is that you are blind, but it's not one of those games that is actually dedicated to you being blind. Instead, it just gives you vision through mystical means. But we'll let the game show itself off, and we'll take a look.
You're blind.
blind.
You're trying to escape from here, aren't you? I want to see how far you can make it before your head is chopped off.
I will share some more thoughts after we watch some more of these trailers. So this is the Steam release announcement trailer.
You're the rogue knight I've been hearing about. I hope you can find the bastard that looked me up in here and ring.
God, I really want to just play some more Dark and Darker.
Let's take this guy. I'm thinking about sneaking out in this birthday. You actually came back for me. I thought I was going to rot in this cell.
Can you imagine using a sword and hitting a wall hard enough that it crumbles to pieces? Like, genuine question, because that would be astonishing. Here's a gameplay
A
trailer.
blind knight that uses echolocation, viewing the dark, treacherous world through sound. Trapped in a dungeon keep, endangered by combatants, where hazards lurk around every corner. Make sound to have vision, or don't and be stealthy. Avoid impaling threats throughout the dungeon to escape. Engage with other prisoners. Rogue knight I've been hearing about. Could you find the key and unlock my cell? Free them to fight back with more allies. Let's take this guy.
Let's take this guy. Immediately gets hit in the face.
And even more traps. Struggle through the darkness to find your freedom.
And this is the newest trailer, I believe. It might actually just be a duplicate of the one we just watched, but we'll see. It is not. Okay. So is this a new Silent Hill solution? No, but we are getting a new Silent Hill. So that's all that there currently is to show of Echo Blade. Now, it is currently available on Steam. It is on sale as part of the Steam Summer Sale. Normal price is $20. It is currently available for $7. It is a dark puzzle combat dungeon explorer game. I mean, you don't have to render the distance to save on memory. Fair. So there's an issue that I have with this game, and there's a few other games like it. There was a horror game where you are a blind little girl who is only able to see with echolocation. And I don't like the idea of trying to make it seem like blind people are magically able to see just because they have good hearing, okay? Like, the idea of Daredevil's sight, the way that they showed, like, in the Daredevil movie, that is literally a superpower that he has, right? That is not how it actually ends up working for blind people. And it is very frustrating to me, even as a person that does not have any ability seeing, to see that used in such a way, because I feel like you could explain it in any other way, right? It could literally just be, you have echolocation, and this world that we live in is permanently dark, which is why we developed echolocation, right? Like, that's just the way that you work. That's the way you evolved, because it's a dark world and you have echolocation. Rather than just saying that someone is blind and not being blind because they have echolocation. And there's a handful of games that do exactly this, and it irritates me every time, because it feels like such a cheap way to do this, of like, you're blind but not really, okay? There is a game that you are blind. It is called The Veil: Shadow of the Crown. You are blind. And what you see, if you are somebody who has sight and can see the screen, you see a black screen with some colored sparkles. There is nothing that you can see. The entire game, you play it on a keyboard, and the whole game is done through command prompts that they instruct you on, and everything is just what you can hear. You are blind, and it is a game that the blind can play. Blind people cannot play this game. And it's just an irritation of my own end. There's so many alternative ways that you could have done this, of like, again, just make it a fucking dark world to where it's not a matter of you being blind, just there's no light. Or maybe the light is extremely limited and you have like a spark gun or something that sends out the shots. Or if you want the echolocation thing, just have fucking people that know how to do echolocation. You don't need to minimize somebody's disability by making it seem like they can see through supernatural or superhero ability by saying that blind people can see thanks to the sound. It's not the way that works. The immersion of that other one has to be insane. Yeah, you might as well just wear a blindfold or just close your eyes the entire time, because you're not going to be able to see anything because there's nothing to see because you're blind. Anyway, mini rant complete. That looks fairly okay. Conceptually, that looks fine. I am curious if the game has any type of memory. So, like, and what I mean by that is that there was a section where they were, like, moving these blocks around. I don't know if I can easily find it. They were, like, moving blocks around for the purpose of, like, a puzzle. Here it is. They were moving these blocks around for the purpose of, like, puzzle solving right here, these, like, gray ones. And one of the things with these games is that I wonder if it has memory. And what I mean by that is, like, if you move this block and you go, it gives you like this gray outline because, you know, the block is there, right? If something moves the block and it doesn't make enough noise, or you weren't around when the block moves, will you still think the block is there? Because you're blind, right? You can't verify whether the block is there unless you use something to echolocate to have the sound bounce off of it. So if you walk back in, something's moved the block, and you go over to the block and you try to move the block, if it just fades away because it has been moved, that would be cool, right? If like, my memory says that there was a block here. It is no longer here. I still believe it's there because that's where it should have been based on my memory. But then when you go to try to grab it, you like grab through it and then it fades away of like, well, I guess it's not there. And then you have to relocate it, and then it'll have a saved location. Maybe you'd hear them move it and it lights up. Yeah, maybe. But like if you went to a different part of the dungeon or something, I don't know if that's in here. My brain just thought of that and thought it was a cool concept. I don't have any idea whether that is a function that exists in this game. It would also be crazy if there was like enemies that had the ability to be quiet. So you like hear them drop in and you look over and there's just like a red form. But then until they start to like charge up an attack, that red form doesn't move because it's not making enough noise to like echolocate a new position around. It didn't seem like that. It just seemed like a dungeon explorer that was dark. Okay, like it might have well have just been there's not a whole lot of lights. Sounds terrifying. I'd be throwing blocks. Yeah, that sounds really cool to me. Somebody make that game if it isn't this game. Anyway, so that's Echo Blade. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've already played it, I would love to know what your experience is. If this is your first time seeing it, let me know how you feel about it. Also, just another shout out, The Veil, Shadow of the Crown. It is an actual game where you are completely blind. There is no cheating way for you to be able to see. Again, The Veil, Shadow of the Crown. It's also on Steam. It's super cheap. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you can't tell, I like to talk. I'd love to talk some more. If you want to talk with me, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Just hit me up on either of those. We can have a conversation, much like the conversation we've been having with Twitch chat, because we did this video live on stream, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right, let's run that battle, and I'll go change shirts. Look at all these lovely individuals. All right, I'll be right back. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's right, you all crushed it. Good work. King Tomes with the tanks. Most kills going to Steve, followed by El Canadiano. Most assists to Athena with 9, followed by Steve. Wow, that song ended abruptly. I need to check my Spotify settings. My Spotify settings, they're supposed to smooth blend the songs, but that definitely did not. Like, it did not at all smooth blend whatsoever. It says it's supposed to crossfade by 5 seconds, but it fucking didn't. Anyway. All right. This will be last, everyone. And there's a chance that we're going to be running it early. I need one more flying rogue scroll to get it to level 30. Bark, bark, motherfuckers! Alright, blaze units, everybody. Alright, and this is the last one of these before we will then make our way out to raid somebody else. And then I will maybe go for a walk. And then when I come back, I will set to editing these. Because I got to get at least one done for tomorrow morning. But wouldn't mind going for a walk. I like walkies. Athena, is it still raining? No? Okay. Fair enough, Athena. All right, everyone. Put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re-swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. This is going to be the last one. Then we'll run that battle, and then we'll raid on out of here. And here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie. Now, the Legend of Heroes games, they have been going on for a long time. A long time. There's a lot of them, too. Some of the ones you're probably more familiar with are like The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky or Trails of Cold Steel. Those are the ones that I see people talk about the most, is those two specifically. Those two series specifically. There's like 3 in each. No, there's 4 Trails of Cold Steel. Anyway, there's a whole lot of Legend of Heroes games, and they're all, I believe, mostly connected in one way or another, although you can kind of jump in as long as you jump in at the beginning of one of the sets. So like the Legend of Trails of Cold Steel, you want to jump in at Trails of Cold Steel 1 instead of doing 2, 3, or 4. And same thing with like Trails in the Sky. You'd want to jump in at Trails in the Sky rather than second chapter or 3C or whatever it's called. But otherwise, as long as you're just starting at the beginning of one of the sections, you're kind of free to just jump in wherever. And this is the newest entry in that very, very long-running franchise. Now, I love JRPGs. I love them a lot. It's by far my favorite genre, probably tied with character spectacle fighters, or like first and second there. Regardless, I digress. And this is a franchise of JRPGs that I've just never actually touched. And I've played a whole lot of Final Fantasy. I've played a decent amount of Dragon Quest. I've played a lot of the Tales of games. But The Legend of Heroes, I just don't hear people talk about it much. And then you just find out that there's a ton of them and that there's just this long list. It's kind of like the Atelier games, right? There's a ton of those too. So we'll see what the newest one looks like. We checked out Trails of Azure that was brought onto the Western Shores a few months back. And this is the actual newest game rather than being a port or a remake or anything like that. So there's actually a handful of marketing. We're going to start with the teaser trailer that came from June of 2021. So let's go. I realized it was a teaser trailer, but damn, was that a tease. Boy, was that a tease. Okay, so here's the this is the opening movie, and this was from October of 2022. Jumping a little forward in time. Oh, that was fun. I recognize this character, the main guy, him. So this must be a entry within his story, which I think this must be the 3rd one, because I feel like I've seen 2 other games where he's on the cover. You animate that teddy bear, don't you? You throw it at people, don't you? Look with your special eyes. My brand! What is the tech level of this world? We got people with regular ass swords and then a chick with a motorbike grabbing a dude with pistols. And then we got magical girl with no pants flying through the air with a sword slice. Like, is it modern fantasy? Is it high fantasy? Is it a blend of the two in like multiple worlds, like Star Ocean? Yeah, it was a great anime game intro. Yeah, you're right. Here's the story trailer. Maybe we'll get an idea of what's going on. Well, that answers another question I had, is whether they had English voices.
Why, instructor?
However, Crossbell has no need for you any longer. Now kindly get off the stage.
Our only wish was to be free, for Crossbell to have true freedom.
Do you have gun tonfas?
No one would be able to take from us again.
It's all over.
Damn it all. Have it your way. We'll defeat you as many times as it takes.
I think he has gun tonfas.
I know it's there. I'm just not sure how to truly accept it.
Instructor!
To say nothing of using the Highlands to try and reignite the fires of war.
Even seeing your mask, I get the sudden urge.
Smash it to pieces!
I'll take your words.
Who are you?
I would be fucking terrified if I found like a 14-year-old anime girl in a full like Victorian dress in the middle of a field and I found her in a suitcase. I would be afraid.
What do you think you're doing? This is no way to treat a lady. Ez!
Yeah.
Yet the choice must be done so with peril, for the answers one may not stand to bear.
Come on, let's get to work. All for one, and one for all.
Swords are without form.
Kurt, I'm ready.
And exist within oneself.
What if I could just fight with a motorcycle instead?
If I don't have Ez with me,
I said I'd protect her for you, Ace.
You truly are amongst the finest materials a craftsman could dream of.
just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Reshape! But I won't let you have your way.
Okay, so this game looks cool as shit, right? It looks really, really fucking cool. But I really love the questions that is in chat right now. Can you go through the games on different paths? So we got swords, gun tonfas, magic, and Gundam. Okay, why? There's so many things happening. There's so many things happening. This is the characters trailer. I feel like we've already seen a lot of the characters, but by all means.
We didn't make the choices we did to be heroes. The path we chose. So we could finally...
This series is called The Legend of Heroes. You're heroes, my guy.
This is it. Here's the last hurdle standing between us and Crossbell's
The day of
liberation.
Rain-dependence? Oh, no, re-independence. I can read. I'm sorry. It's like Rain-dependence? The fuck is that?
Lay a finger on our home.
So let's see us get over it. Then we can take back our home.
Do I even deserve to be happy when they can't be? Or forgiven for what I did? I was hoping there was a way we wouldn't lose them, obviously. But deep down, I had already given up, embraced for the inevitable.
Never did I expect to have this much fun.
Could you tell us your name?
I go by C.
Why was I made, though? What is my purpose?
Oh, you're a doll. Interesting.
No.
I don't know why you were made, nor do I know what your purpose is. What I do know is that you were brought to me.
It's up to us to keep fighting for everyone.
We're right here with you. Let's do this.
Where one trail
It's a lot of characters.
another begins. The Legend of Heroes. Trails into reverie.
Like, that is a lot of characters that was on those screens just there. Here's the features trailer. Seems lower resolution. Yeah, give me that 4K. My screen's not 4K, but YouTube
Beginning
compression
construction
sucks.
of the Reverie Corridor. Its function is to present trials, allowing you to cultivate the strength to overcome great distortions in your destiny.
It's the hyperbolic time chamber.
Beware, that foe is fearsome.
Healing strike! This'll be fun. Ah! It's down. Everyone, go!
Understood!
Leave it to me.
So is it raw turn-based?
Magical girl Elisa LS.
That's a hell of a minigame, okay.
It's time to play. If you dare. Question 1.
Food process complete.
There!
Close.
You're finished!
Let my guard down.
Wouldn't be an anime game without a beach episode.
Hold on tight! And off we go.
I'd say it went all right.
Good enough for me.
Great.
Calm your heart.
You can
Go for it! Yeah!
Where one trail ends, another begins.
I have a feeling this game doesn't know what it wants to be and is just dipping into too much stuff. Well, this trailer might have made it feel that way. All of the rest of these trailers up to this point, it has definitely been very, very clearly like, this is just your pretty stock standard, JRPG that is very anime JRPG. This was just like, here's some other fun shit you can do, right? I didn't feel like it had any type of identity crisis outside of the weird tech levels up until, these were just mini games. You can probably just ignore almost all of them. All right, and this is the gameplay trailer, which is the latest one. It came out 2 weeks ago on June 12th. You say that's 4K. You're a liar. So many characters. So I'm going to break this down real quick based off of just what I'm seeing real quick. Because looking at this, so you have your turn order on the left here. So this is your Final Fantasy X turn order. There might be ways to drop enemies down in the turn order or move yourself up in the turn order. So this character, it's going to go blonde girl, main guy, bad guy, back to blonde girl, and then the third dude, right? So this blonde girl either had something that gave her another turn sooner, or she's got a lot of speed so that she acts more quickly. And then it looks like your pretty standard health points. I'm going to guess they're called energy points and combat points. And then you just probably have attack, defend, magic, items, and then maybe some characters, instead of using magic, use tech attacks. And then there's combo attacks. And you got some sort of battle point system up here as well.
Could be around here. Found ya.
She just pulled fucking death needles out of the teddy bear.
Pierce through. Rosetta arrows.
That did 23,000 damage.
All for one, and one for all! All together now!
Shatter. Warhammer. Take this.
Get up!
I'll follow up.
The numbers in this game are big.
It's over.
Like, the characters right here have 22,000 HP. Limit break. That was cool.
Where one trail ends, another begins. The legend of heroes trails into reverie.
Did we see this person at all in any of those trailers? This individual with like the super long hair with like the golden thread of fate in their hands. I don't think we saw them anywhere in any of those trailers. Interesting. Anyway, so this is going to be released on July 7th, as has already been seen in a lot of the trailers up to this point. The Trails series, you want to know one of the reasons why I've never really gotten into it? The series is freaking expensive, okay? This series, like, never goes on sale, ever. This game is going to be a $60 game, and the best discount you can hope for 5 years from now, I am not joking, is maybe 25% off. I have had so many entries on this game on my wish list for so long. Trails of Cold Steel and Trails in the Sky. The first games in those two, like, chunks, they will go on very big sales occasionally. You can get Trails in the Sky for like $7 and Trails of Cold Steel for like $11. Everything else, at best, maybe dream at getting it at $30 off of the original $60 price. Most everything else never expected to be less than $45. Ever. It won't be. Had them on my wish list forever. I've checked the freaking charts of like, what's the lowest this game has ever been priced? It's like this game that came out 9 years ago. The lowest it's ever been is $45. Anyway, that's a bit of an exaggeration. They sometimes go on a little bit bigger sale, but it is not a waiting man's game of being able to pick up the Legend of Heroes series at any type of decent discount, at least not through Steam. I have seen them on some secondary shops at slightly better prices. So, but yeah, some people aren't always comfortable with those. Anyway, so that is the Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie, the newest entry in the Legend of Heroes franchise, a very robust and long-running JRPG series. It actually looks pretty cool. I have some questions in general about it, most of which I've expressed in this video. Cheapest one is $19.99 on the summer sale. Rough, because a lot of them are not new. They are not recent. It is not like, nope. Anyway, yeah, so lots of questions. Trails in the Sky is $9.99. Okay. I expected that. That's the only one that normally gets, like, cheap. But it's also one of the oldest. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. If you are a big Legend of Heroes fan, if you want to lay on us some knowledge, absolutely. Give it to us. Put it down. Give us some breakdown in the comments. Explain some things. We would love for your information to be shared with us. Help me. Otherwise, if you're new to the franchise or you're just seeing this video because you just felt like clicking on it, 1, thank you. And 2, let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. And 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. So just hit me up and let's have a conversation. Much like the conversation that we've been having in chat this entire time, because this video is recorded live on stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Alrighty then. Yeah, that was a ride. Battle has 8 minutes left. Last chance, everybody. I am going to run this battle early. If you're somebody who likes to wait till the last minute, that last minute is now. All right, running this. Sorry, I was looking to see where we were going. All right, everybody. So, everyone, these are my socials. I've already said it several times, but I'll say it again. Please consider following me on Twitter, joining the Discord. I really enjoy interacting with, talking with everybody, and when I'm not live on stream, those are the places that we are able to do so. Also, I got a YouTube channel. Everything we recorded today is going to be edited and put up on the YouTube channel. As of, what is it, Thursday? Yeah, as of Thursday, we will have hit 1 year of daily videos. Never missed a day. And the videos we recorded today will get us that last little way we need to go to get to Thursday. We are continuing our playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow morning. I'll be here at around 9 a.m. And so tomorrow morning, I will be here to play more. I just said that forward and then in reverse. Anyway, and we'll be doing that tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then I'm going to take a break before stream on Friday for Power Couple, and then we'll be here next Sunday for more Production Day. As a heads up, I'll be gone at the beginning of August. This is our raid message, everybody. If you're not a subscriber, you can unlock that raid message, that raid emote for 100 channel points, and it'll be available to you for the next 24 hours, including on the raid. Thank you so much for the bits, Athena. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. So with that said, we are going to go raid 1 as Azriel. They've had a lot of missed days of streaming because they moved and then they had some stuff going on in their lives if you follow them on Twitter. But they finally got around to being able to have Emo Night, Emo Sunday. They are streaming and singing right now, so we're going to go visit Az. It's a lovely place to go. You will have a wonderful time there. It's never a bad time over on Az's stream. So with that said, everybody, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow morning. Take it easy. Have a good night. Bye, everyone. Have a good night, El Canadiano. Veil. If it isn't Vandashar.
Vandashar!
It's good to see you again, friend. I hope you're well. Have a good night, Herfoxig. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you again to Alleging Tuna for the raid. Thank you to everyone that's followed since then. Thank you to everyone that followed earlier. I'll see you tomorrow. I did not start the raid. Fuck. Trying to hit raid. Did not start the raid. Start raid now. Raid in moment. Post stream. All right. Here we go.